Thanks for joining. In today's video, I'll take you through Aqua Certified Sales Engineer. I'm Asad Kiani, AWS Certified Solution Architect. Let's begin with the presentation. So let's begin with the agenda. First of all, it would be introduction. Then it would be Aqua Value. Third one would be Aqua Hub Overview. Next is Software Supply Chain Security. Next is CSPM Container Security. Then CWPP and Runtime Security. Then before we conclude, it will be one last topic, that's differentiators and competitive advantages. So let's begin with introduction. So in this era of digital transformation, cybersecurity is a primary concern for an organization. Organizations want to protect their infrastructures from malwares and attacks. Here comes Aqua in the picture. Aqua makes sure to protect all of your solutions from malwares, attacks, and any vulnerabilities in your system. It makes sure the attacks are protective before they happen, or if they occur, what are the corrective measures that need to be taken. It takes care of all of those. Aqua provides unmatchable protection to all of the applications that are hosted over cloud, and it provides security in terms of development, in terms of cloud. It's a one platform that's providing all of these features. In terms of dev security, there could be potential threats related to supply chain risk and vulnerabilities, advanced malware protection. In terms of cloud security, the main feature that Aqua is providing, the first one is CWPP, that's Cloud Workload Protection, Cloud Security Posture Protection, it's Kubernetes Security Protection. Then it comes a one platform that's providing you correlated insights, automated responses, and out of the box reporting of all of your infrastructure. Let's begin with Aqua Hub. Aqua Hub is a central point of contact for all of your applications and infrastructure that's hosted over a cloud, and all of your offerings that would be viewable in a simplified manner, and all of the management of vulnerabilities, compliance, and runtime protection will be provided in a single point of view over there. Next, these are the coverings that are covered by Aqua Hub. The first one is the Aqua Hub dashboard, then it's Aqua Hub insights, then incidents, then Aqua Hub compliance, then Aqua Hub inventory, analytics, and integrations. You could see all of the sub items are mentioned here, as within dashboard there could be items for inventory, there could be severities breakdowns, their top insights would be there, and if we take for incidents, all of the sub items are mentioned here. That would be covered in the next coming slides too. Next is the first one, that's Aqua Hub dashboard. You could see Aqua Hub dashboard is the one that's providing overview of all the resources in your environment. Either it is containers, images, VMs, serverless functions, cloud resources like ECRs, and it's gonna protect all of these from any vulnerabilities and provide the insights to the most critical security risks. You could see different of the options over here, like its inventory, it would be displaying all of the widgets and the resources in this, and then its insights of severities breakdown. Any of the vulnerability that are found will be classified into a different scales, like either it's critical, medium, or it can be quarantined. And then top insights would be there, that would be showing top 5 insights in order of their severities from most critical to the one that's ignorable. The next is a view of dashboard that you could see. This is the UI. This is the chart showing. This pie chart shows different of the criticalities of the vulnerabilities that are found in the system. As you could see, top 5. The insights are here. The top panels are showing different of the resources hosted in your infrastructure. The next one is Aqua Insights. This is the one that shows the security risks. Either these are malwares, sensitive data, composite risks, or any of the malwares that are present in your code, in your resources, or in your platform. That's going to provide the insight of all of this. This is the graphical interface of how the insights look like. Here the front panel shows different of the tabs. Over here you can select from this. Then bottom of this area shows different of the vulnerability categories. In the right hand side you could see different of the affected resources, like with this vulnerability which is the resource that's going to be affected. These are the categories based on different of the classifications. The first one is compound risk, next is malware, there could be vulnerabilities, there could be sensitive data that's present in your resource and that's exposed over the internet that attackers can easily inject and hijack that data. The next is insights priority, like basis of their classification starting from P0 till P2. That's for an example, but there could be different classifications based on the severity of the matching criteria over here. Then effective resources, as we have saw in the graphical user interface, that different of the resources could be affected by this vulnerability, like either some lambda functions could be affected, either some Kubernetes workloads, either VMs or EC2 instances, any of the resource could be affected. Next is search insights filter. If you could scroll to the top right hand side, you could see a filter that's been provided. You could classify and filter all of these results based on different criteria over here. As you could see, the first one is cloud provider. If I click on this drop down window, the items would appear here. I can select from any of the item, and then this search result would be filtered based on this criteria. You could select based on this region, based on the services, then going to different of the category. That's for Kubernetes. You can apply different Kubernetes filtered in this too. Next is details insight screen. If you click an insight, it would redirect you toward its detailed overview. As you could see here, one insight was there and it was detailed. It was clicked and all the details are here. You could see what's the name of it. As you could see, log4 shell vulnerability was present and there was found in this running workloads. All of the details is here. Its severity, what's the vulnerable package, its exploit availability, either its fix is available or not. All the details will be visible on this UI. Next is incidents. This screen would present you all of the security events and based on their severity, like their behavior detection, their malware, their runtime, based on the policy controls. Here in this classification, this is role-based access control, where we'll be limiting the privileges assigned to a resource, to a user, for accessing any of the service or resource in the cloud. Three tabs are appearing here. The first one is incident tab, the second is suppression rules, and the third one is integration of incident notifications. Let's move to the first one. As you could see, this is the UI of the first incident list. All of the incident are listed over here based on the different columns. You could see when it's first occurred, when it's last occurred, where are the detection categories, and actions that could have been taken on this. And the first top panel shows the criticalities. The next one is here, that's incident suppression rules. Here you can define your suppression rules over here. As one of the suppression rule is here on UI, that you could see its expiration, it's modified, it's author, either it's enabled or disabled. Here comes the integration of incident notifications, where you could define all of your response policies here, and you need to create a policy and assign all of these settings with these. Then it comes AquaHub compliance. AquaHub compliance makes sure you are able to access all of your reports based on their divisions and different of the plugins. Either its aggregated statuses can be pass, warning, fails, or unknown for some results. Then comes AquaHub inventory. AquaHub inventory page displays all of the resources that AquaHub gonna discover for you. These resources include containers, container images, serverless functions, VMs, supply chain code, repositories, different of the discovered accounts, and so on. This is the UI of Aqua Security. There you could see all of the resources, their different filters that could be available over here, and the search bar on topmost panel. This is the explanation of previous screen, where you could see total risk counts, top 3 insights, resource IDs, their names, their sources, and their container classifications. If you click on any of the resource, this one would appear up as a detailed view. You could see all of its detail from here on this window, the resource details, supply chain details, and risk classification. This is a security graph. It's very helpful when you need to triage if a vulnerability is found, and it would take you through the root cause to the down level of a vulnerability that's been found. As you could see from here, it's starting from your package till the code repository, then it's going towards the container, then it's redirecting towards the vulnerabilities that's found. And here you could see different of the incidents that are detected. Either it's a drift found, either some type of execution exceeded over here, any of the classification that's being presented in this security graph. Here are different of the search options available on this AquaHub inventory, where as you could see on top left hand side here, different of the resource categories are available. You could select one or many resources, and that's going to appear up here in this result screen. Next one is the AquaHub analytics. This one would present you with a view where you could slice on your view based on the different KPIs, visualizations, and filters. Different of the reports would be present here, and you could classify them based on their workload protection. That's different of these results would be scanned, and risk and assurance compliances would be there. This is a UI of analytics. You could see all of these panels presenting different information. First one is representing different of the images, vulnerabilities that could be in your ECR images. Any of the image that you download from ECR, that's gonna detect and classify any of the vulnerabilities in here. Then it's gonna provide the details regarding the vulnerabilities, their KPIs, insights, trends, and this Spring 4 shell insights too. Next one is response policies. In response policies, all of the events that would trigger based on the insights and scan results. Here first you need to create a policy, and then you need to define all of their attached notification events over here. Next is integrations. Aqua is easily integratable with different of the images, serverless applications, different notification systems. As you could see, this is a UI where it's either AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba Clouds, or it's Oracle Cloud. All of the integrations are easily shown from here. And if you're unable to find it, you can scroll down on this page. You will find the service that you're gonna look for in this window. The next is Aqua supply chain security. There is a classification for supply chain protection that's been provided by Aqua. The first one is seamless integration, that's providing you the security of your CI/CD pipeline, their build artifacts, their code, either any of the runtime defects that are being found until the deployment of your code to the production. Next is comprehensive discovery and scanning. It's gonna identify all of your assets based on the code repositories, their pipelines. All of this process would be streamlined and scanned. Next is assurance policies. Based on these custom policies, you will be enabled to evaluate and confirm the compliance of these policies, ensuring that the code integrity is present in here. Next is SAST. SAST is static application security testing, that you need to conduct different of the application codes and repositories tests to identify different security risks, and based on this risk you need to classify and find the vulnerabilities in your system. This is a graphical user interface, how it looks like. You can see open source health. Next is CSPM and container security. This is cloud security posture management. This is a UI that would be defining you all of these contents that are here that are available from this, as it makes sure that well architecture framework pillars that are offered by AWS are met over here, and the infrastructure is safeguarded from any of the malware and vulnerabilities in the system. This is container level security. You define over here the access controls for your containers, and you can see different of the actions are here like run, stop, view logs, and many more. The next is CWPP and runtime security. It's container workload protection program, that's CWPP, that's make sure your workloads that are running on the cloud are safeguarded, and there are either zero attacks and up till no attacks over there. This is a dashboard that's very interactive. You can find all of the details over here. Next is protect applications in runtime. It's a very informative graph over here that's providing you information regarding the risk explorer. Whatever the risks that are present in your system on runtime, it's gonna protect your environment and infrastructure from those. This is the UI of the detailed. Next one is the differentiators and competitive advantages. These are the competitive advantages that are being provided by Aqua from different competitors that are available in the market. You could see it's easy integration. It's very tab based system. You can touch and go. It's like it's not a hard system that you need to define the integrations and you need to write different complex APIs. It's just touch and go system. Automation based on these classifications, automation became very easy. Then unified security, it's a single point of contact for all of your infrastructure, your services, your offering, that's going to be securely managed and viewable in a single point of contact. Next is cloud native expertise. all of your clouds, either it's GCP, either it's Azure, either it's AWS, like it's gonna cover all of those offerings. Next is efficiency and speed. It's in runtime, as you can see, as the attack is gonna happen, this system is going to detect and stop the malware before it's going to happen. So its efficiency and speed is up to the mark. And then the last is this is a cohesive solution that's providing you different of the levels, either it's DevOps, SecOps, based on the different of the solution offerings like CSPM, CWPP, and any of the offering provided by Aqua. The last one is conclusion. This is the last conclusion slide. Here I'm going to conclude over here, like Aqua is the platform that's going to protect your environment from any of the vulnerabilities, detect and prioritize the risks in your system. Thank you for joining. See you. Bye.